Generations of cavers have tried to discover the many secrets of the underground caves formed by the Yerovnitsky stream. For the current generation, one of the main aims has been to excavate a dry passage connecting Barova Yeskine, the Barova Cave, and Bichi Skala, the Bull's Rock Cave, the two significant caves formed by the Yerovnitsky stream. The first works focused on exploring the soil halls, the furthest point where the Yerovnitsky stream exits Bull's Rock Cave. This attempt opened a dry connection between Bull's Rock Cave and May Cave in 2005. Until 2005, the May Cave had been inaccessible to all except speleo divers. This brought us one step closer to the dry connection with Barova Cave. Another attempt was made in the fifth pitch of Barova Cave. The pitch was deliberately flooded with water, which caused a dramatic opening of a connection into a new dome, which we named Lake Dome. However, this connection is no longer being explored, as further works here are not possible due to both the difficulty of the work and insufficient technology. The pressure technique was used to uncover a possible continuance, the corridor of Brno's cavers. It was expected that the corridor would lead into a siphon between the Dome of Silence and the May Cave. This project, however, was suspended due to technical problems which we encountered. The great success of our research was discovering Svolzil's cave on Valentine's Day in 2010. The digging works in the wind tunnel seemed to have the correct direction, and we expected to be close to the fulfillment of our great aim. Unfortunately, the furthest digging sonde was under the water level of Yerovnitsky stream, and the work here had to stop. The most recent project involved an enormous amount of work, expensive technologies, and several years of preparation. The project involved pumping water from the sumps between the Barova and the Dome of Silence and visiting the empty stream passage to find possible side passages that may have led back to the Bull's Rock Cave. The work was complicated by a strong current of water in the Yerovnitsky stream. We had to figure out how to stop the natural water flow for at least a few hours to get precious time to pump the water from the sumps and survey the corridor of Yerovnitsky stream, which has only been visited by speleo divers. We decided on building a weir wall to contain the stream. The idea to stop the flow and pump the water out of the sump was first introduced in the Bull's Rock Cave for when we tried to get to the May Cave. That project ended up not requiring us to build or pump, as a dry connection was found in 2005. But the idea was there, and thus it was resurrected for the Barova Cave connection project, and we started to build up a weir wall to stop the flow of Yerovnitsky stream. Building the 3-metre high and 2-metre wide weir wall was not an easy technical task. It was complicated by the need for easy dismantling. In total, it took us almost 2 years. The wall was rebuilt several times to achieve the necessary durability. Finally, the weir wall was ready to contain the flow of the Yerovnitsky stream, and we could find out how much time we had for our work in the sumps. The weir was closed, the water level behind the wall was rising, and the cave behind the wall was becoming a dam. We were amazed and excited when we saw how much water we could contain and found out that we had a few hours for our work in the sumps. The weir wall gate is large. Its opening results in the fast emptying of the dam behind. Now we are looking at the weir wall holding water from the Yerovnitsky stream. The opening of the wall gate was potentially a risky job. The current of water flowing from the open dam was both strong and fast. Any mistake or carelessness at this point could cost lives. The sump at the end of Bull's Rock Cave was not able to deal with the amount of water, and the water level in this part of the cave rose up to a few meters in depth. Now let's move downstream into the Barova Cave. To pump the water out of the sump requires a few powerful pumps. The profile of Barova Cave is difficult enough for simple excursions, and to get the pumps, which weighed approximately 150 kilograms apiece, into the second pitch requires many strong arms of the local super fit cavers.
Ten travers?
Pan doktor Skopříker navštívil Barovou věc.
Brzdí, teďka hodně brzdí. Teď povolujem. Můžu? Pomalinku povolujem.
Inside the Bull's Rock, the weir is closed and any leaks are pumped back into the dam. At the same time, in the second pitch of Barova Cave, the pumps are running and the water level in the sump is quickly decreasing. The last technical problems are fixed, the last cigar is smoked, and we are going to survey the emptied corridor. The sump in the Horní Jezero, the up lake, is approximately 40 meters long. These video shots are the first shots ever taken of the up lake. The survey of the main corridor uncovered a few side passages, potentially leading into Barova Cave pitches above our heads. The passage that would possibly pass over the first or the next sump was discovered in the dome before the Miekota's siphon. A passage above the sump would save us lots of work. We used the pressure water floating technique to open this passage, but unfortunately we reached a vertical shaft falling under the water level of Jerovnitsky stream.
Jak to tam jde? Zatím nevím, je to tady takový nějaký nejistý.
We moved the pumps into Miekota's siphon, which sped up our work. Inside Miekota's siphon, just a rock blade was separating us from the first significant dome, which we called Kryžový, the cross dome, which was previously only accessible to speleo divers. When the water level dropped enough, the bravest, or as we say, the strongest and the dumbest, could pass under the blade. Colby finished a fast survey, and after he came back, we had another reason to celebrate, and were looking forward to the next attempt. After the last visit to this place by speleo divers, all the chambers and corridors were filled with significant amounts of mud sediments, which complicated our work. Nevertheless, pumping the water out of the sump became a routine. Each next attempt to move closer to the Dome of Silence was quicker, and we had more time for a proper survey of the newly visited cave. Inside the cross dome, we visited upper levels with many vertical passages. Moreover, we discovered, surveyed and mapped a chimney, which we named after our recently deceased friend and amateur speleologist, Karel Novák.
Takže máš první výstup. Tam bych si ještě měl jako nalíst. A tam bych si to potom ještě, jako na nama jako by napříč mělo by to křižení. Zamodlaný až postup.
Nejste tady volno. Piče, já nabudu do volnýho, ale já se tam ani za boha nedostanu. Tam to jde nahoru jakoby a odsaď přepadá voda, ale jako do 10 cm vody já se fakt nevlezu.
V tom případě jsme byli fakt asi metr od domu těch.
Our hard work brought us just a few centimetres from the Dome of Silence. The entrance was opened just enough to put an arm through, but not the whole speleologist. We were so close, but the weir could not hold any more water. The water level was in fact rising fast, and we had to quickly leave. We were nicely surprised when we later returned to the sump. The strong current of the water from the opened weir moved the sediments. The place where we could previously just push an arm through was now open just enough. Colby, the bravest speleologist of all, could crawl through.
Dobrý. Kudy má jsem průmysl?
Jo, tady bych viděla.
Tam.
Já ti podám pásek, jo?
Jo?
No. Máš?
Jo.
Tak pojď.
Tak tahejte. Já si myslím, že budeš pít vodu.
Vedle rybaku by to zvládlo. Dobrý. To bylo drsný.
To doma nezkoušejte.
A je tam něco zajímavého?
Ne, to je jakási díra, tam teče voda.
The Dome of Silence, another part of the Jedovnitsky Stream cave system, previously visited just by speleo divers, was reached and surveyed by almost dry feet. This was another amazing success, and we had a really good reason to celebrate. While this may have been just another little step in uncovering the secrets of the Jedovnitsky Stream, it was still a big leap for the amateur speleologists from ZO 601.